Right, so top tips for negotiating with used car dealers. There's so many tips out there, but this is really good, solid advice. And the world has changed ever so slightly, and some of this stuff you might have to accept if you want to get yourself a better deal. Sometimes when somebody comes into a car dealership and says, I've got cash, mate, I want to drive it away today, thinking that that's a great way to drive a good deal on a car, that's not necessarily true these days, because car dealers are likely to do a better deal with you if you're going to have some finance, because they can get some finance commission out of it. Don't get me wrong, car dealers always like to see the money and they like to put the cash in their drawer and ring the till, but these days you're likely to get a better deal if you approach the car dealer with the thought that you're happy to put the car on finance and make those payments over a longer period of time, because they can then drive you a better deal by getting a bit of finance commission. Also, part exchange. If you've got a car that's a sellable car, choose the right dealer to go and do a deal with, because if you've got a decent part exchange, they're more likely to do a much better deal with you, because used car stock is so short at the moment. It's in really desperate supply. So a dealer would be happy to do a much better deal with you on your part exchange, therefore giving you a much better deal on the car you're buying, in the hope that he can put your car in stock and sell it again. So make sure if you've got a good part exchange, you've got a decent car, clean it, make sure it's really presentable, and choose the right dealer to take it to and to change up your car. That's very important. Another thing is to just be honest with the dealer. Let the dealer know that you are willing to do a deal, that you will buy a car today. And what do they need to do to make sure that you do buy a car today? Dealers don't want to hear that, you're just shopping around and you're just looking. Go into a dealer, be confident, have some knowledge about what you're doing, and then say to that dealer, look, if you can make this work, I'll buy a car from you today. That way you're going to drive a much better deal. Now, I've always said it's very important to fill your library before you fill your garage. So doing research is really important. Find out what the car you want, find out all the information about the car, and find out the prices for those cars in your area. The last thing a dealer wants is for you to be standing there on his forecourt after spending an hour looking around a car, only for you to tell him that you can find the car cheaper online or find the car cheaper elsewhere. The dealer's simply going to say, well, go and buy that one. Go and buy the cheaper one. We've just wasted an hour of everyone's time. Do the research first and be standing in front of the car that you want to buy, not the car that you're threatening to buy if they don't beat another person's price. Dealers don't like that. And always choose the right time of year to go and buy that car. The right time of year is at the end of the quarter for the dealer, when they're going to do their books, and they are more likely to give you a much better deal at the end of December, when they're coming to the end of their financial year and they want to close their books down and they need to shift stock. You're much better getting a deal that time of year. So just bear that in mind and look at the prices. Look at the way the prices flow and they ebb, and when they start to drop down, you'll notice it, and that's when you need to pounce.